So after we talk about that, you want to tell us about Monkey Wrench though?
Now listen, Monkey Wrench was more heartfelt. It was a kids movie aimed at kids. It was one of the more comedic roles I took on after I started all these action hero roles started getting mothballed. So I was like, you know what? I'll have a little fun. So they pitch me the script. My agent says, listen, here's the gist. You're gonna play an average Joe car mechanic, very talented young man in his career who befriends a fellow monkey mechanic who is oftentimes underappreciated and also sort of the underdog because people don't expect him to be so skilled and so adept at being a mechanic because he's a fucking monkey. But he actually is, and he takes everybody off guard and subverts everybody's expectations because he's so damn good at what he does. But he also likes to have a little fun. He likes to jump around. He likes to do that. He likes to do a lot of Three Stooges type slapstick comedy where the wrench. There's a lot of scenes where the wrench, he hits me in the face with the wrench, and we thought, hey, that would be really funny, and we tried going there. First day of the set, I show up. First day shooting.
I heard that the monkey shit all over your
It wasn't actually a monkey. It was actually a man in a monkey suit, in a very cheap, not convincing monkey suit. It was just a midget in a monkey suit. I said, listen, this isn't a fucking monkey, okay? This thing isn't a trained thing that can jump around and, like, listen, I'd rather have the monkey because it's more realistic and at least I can look at its eyes and I can't see this mechanic thing staring back at me, this void staring back at me to my soul. I want the real deal. When I asked for a monkey, I asked for a fucking monkey, not a man in a fucking suit.
Wait, so you're saying that it was a man in a suit, not an actual monkey, who took a bunch of splatter shits all over your trailer on the set?
The damn right it was. It's a very, very bad stunt. And he was reprimanded accordingly for that. They had to treat him like a monkey. I mean, he wasn't a monkey, but he sure did act, a lot more uncivilized, brutish ape than he was.
Okay, we're gonna move on now to talk about Demolition Dad. I want to talk about that movie.
Are you confusing that one with the one with Vin Diesel? The bald muscle guy.
No, you
Yeah,
started a movie in
he's.
the '80s called Demolition Dad. It was about you sort of being in the military, but also having to now you have to take care of a family or something, right?
Oh yeah, that one. Oh yeah, this guy's coming back. Yeah, Demolition Dad. I actually really like that one, but I mean, to be honest, so many of my films just look so like the same that I mistake them or I don't. Plus, I'm getting older, a little bit more hard of hearing, and memory isn't the best well-oiled machine. Yeah, Demolition Dad was actually pretty fun. I saw the script. I read it. I loved it. I laughed my ass off, and it was the first one where I didn't want to projectile vomit all over my agent. They weren't getting me to play a woman, a man in drag. They weren't getting me to play with some stupid fucking monkey, faux monkey. So I was like, I'll give it a shot. And they actually had a good friend of mine, Jay Fourier, was gonna play, and it's one of the side characters. He plays my neighbor, one of my best friends. He's like, "Can somebody throw me a lifeline, please? Could you just give me a little bit of help? Throw it my way, please?"
Love that guy.
Super funny. He's a character. So they get him on board. They get my later wife Martha on board. She was a supermodel at the time. She plays my wife into that, and it's really an all-American type of story. The soldier coming home to his kids, and it's the irony of him, not knowing. Knowing how to do all these things, like he's super skilled. He's like one of the top secret, you know, Green Beret, Navy SEAL, Army Rangers out there. He's actually all three of those, trained as all three of those perfectly, and he knows how to infiltrate, like foreign areas and intercept and kill and stealthily, invade enemy lines. But can he even change his baby's diaper? I mean, that's the real question, and that's the comedy. That's where the comedy arises: is seeing people in stressful, compromising situations like that. And we had a lot of fun with the scenes of him, like trying to make like grilled cheese and soup for his kids, and then, one next second, his baby's throwing diaper mess at his face, and, he's like, give me a break. I could send me back to the enemy lines. I'd rather be shot at into the enemies and be potentially life-threatening situations than be in this mildly confabulating situation. Help me. And then, my wife is always like, you're on your own in this one. You're trying to get help.
That's a great story. I always love that movie, even though I kind of even forgot what it was about for a minute back there, but now it's all coming back. It's a great movie. Um, let's talk about another story. So another bit of a controversy. There's this rumor floating around that years back, somewhere in the late 70s, early 80s, you went to a high school reunion or prom or something, and there's a claim from an older woman now. She says that way back when, you took her to the prom and you basically just used her, used and abused her, and just kind of, treated her like a slab of meat. And then you just kind of left her at the prom. She was crying, and it just ruined her whole night, and it basically scarred her for life. Is there any truth to that rumor?
Listen, don't believe everything you hear from the press. Listen, I don't even. You're bringing stuff up. There's a million other stories. Guess what? There's like a million other stories just like that other people bring up because they're desperate and they're just trying to throw mud on me. It's like the muckrakers back in the day. They're trying to like throw mud on me, trying to make me look at my worst. But it's not. None of it's true.
And I also heard just one more addendum there that after you used her, you tossed her to the side of the road, kicked her out of your vehicle on the side of some highway, and drove off. What's up with that?
None of that story is fucking true. Some fucking wannabe, jealous guy made it up because he saw me. Do you realize how much fucking poon I'm swimming in Hollywood? Why would I give a shit about some high school girl, huh? No, listen to me. Why would I give a shit about some fucking dope at some high school party, okay? Maybe you want to have fun sometimes. Look at who I'm married to. The golden Asian woman I'm married to. She's perfect. Why would I ever want to do that? Plus, this is years ago. Even if I was, I probably wasn't even married at the time. And even if I was, my first wife knew what I was doing. We both knew what we were doing. None of it's fucking true, by the way. Not that I'm affirming any of the aforementioned stated stuff. Listen, it's all horseshit. So people can make up. It's easy to make up a story and try to throw it at me. Now listen, why would I want to hear that? Why would you bring that up?
Well, I guess that sort of settles it, at least in your mind. In your mind only.
One more thing. I don't give a shit what happened to that woman. I didn't even go home and feel bad about it. Okay? She was lying there. Somebody else might have dealt with her. Maybe somebody didn't. I don't know. The world keeps moving, and I certainly don't lose sleep over it, because you know what? I'm not responsible for every little weeping child that's on the street, okay? I go my own fucking way, and I'm not having shit to do with it. I don't regret a damn thing I did.
Are you angry, Mr. Steelman?
Yeah, maybe I'm pissed off. Maybe I do want to punch you. You lucky to be on the phone right now because I'd be chopping your ass. I mean, they're gonna be preaching asses to asses, dust to butts at your funeral. Chosh your ass. Yeah, try that for size, baby. Maybe I'll go steal your girl with a minute. Ha. Too late. Your girl already be coming to my house, to my place like 8 nights a week. Ha 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 ha.
Wow. I'm just gonna kind of put that behind us and move on, I guess.
Sorry, I charged your party.
But I just want to move on from that, actually. Onto a slightly less controversial topic, but still sort of controversial nonetheless. You kind of have a reputation on set, on filming sets for refusing to say lines, or you say that you're not going to let your main character get killed off even when it's in the script and you agreed to play in the film knowing that the script had you getting killed off, and then halfway through filming you say it's not going to happen. What's going on with that reputation?
Now, hear me out. There are plenty of times where I'm happy to do what the director says, okay? Director wants to tell me to do this and that and this in a respectable way. I'm happy to do it, okay? I'm as giddy as a schoolgirl to listen to the director. But sometimes it's all like, listen, you gotta jump up and down like a dog. You gotta do dog tricks all day. And I'm like, I'm having nothing to do with that, okay? I'm not a dog. I'm an actor, okay? I'm a movie star. I'm bigger than that. So don't write me into the script only to have me killed off 15 minutes into the movie, Mr. Dareman. Don't be doing that. Because my character actually had potential. You got me teasing me into like this great character. Oh, he's great. Oh, he's gonna die in 5 minutes.
I just don't see how saying your lines or following the script is really you doing dog tricks. Isn't that just doing your job?
Well, maybe the screenwriter does, but a lot of the time the screenwriter, director, and the actor, the triumvirate of people, have got to, they got to come together and sort of come up with, hey, this is your script. Sometimes the actor has the right to just say, listen, your script is shit, okay? And I'm not having anything to do with the script that's gonna have me killed off and then replaced by like some young hunk who doesn't even know martial arts in real life and is just some imposter young wannabe, okay? Who's trying to usurp my position. Listen, I know a lot more than that kid. They were just trying to give him a bigger paycheck. They were trying to say, hey, Trash, we can't afford your dollar, is pretty much what they're trying to say.
You gotta protect your empire there. Make sure no one's stepping in, mistreating, I guess, so that makes sense.
Like, I felt like violated on that set. I felt like when they killed me off, it was tantamount to them, like, molesting me. That's what I felt like, certainly.